Yo, yo, yo. What's good, world? What's good? What's good? What's good? Let me get my camera straight. It's a little bit off there, off kilter.
Happy
Okay, we good to
Wednesday.
go. Good to go. All right, it's Wednesday. It's
It
8
is.
p.m. Central Standard Time. So you know what time it is. It's Jump Off Live time. Hello, world. It's your man, Jeff A. Smith, jumping off once again on Jump Off Live, and welcome to episode 16. As always, you can tune in each and every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time on our Jump Off Live YouTube channel, which was just renamed youtube.com/Jump Off Live. It's no longer X5D378BC. So you can just search for it that way, nice and easy. There you'll find all of our past episodes, our after parties, original ads, and the Anything But interview series. Please be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell as well, too. You can also catch us on Zingo TV channel 250 by downloading the app, which is available on the iOS and Google Play stores. If you're on the go, you can listen to us on Spotify and Google Podcasts. Shout out to all the fans in the chat. And as always, please be sure to keep your comments clean so we can post them on the screen. And I'm joined by the rest of Team Jump Off. Somebody looking a little different on the screen tonight. We'll get to that in a moment here, but it's still, nonetheless, Team Jump Off. First and foremost, we have the man, the myth, the legend, that dude named Dave. What's popping, that dude?
I'm good, man. Can't call it, man. Another Wednesday here for Jump Off Live, man. I'm just happy to be here. You know, can you guys hear me? Just want to make sure my volume's right tonight.
Yes, we can hear you. Stay close.
Okay, good. Yeah.
Stay close to the mic.
Yeah. You know, so happy to be here. I just want to say a shout out to my man Jorge, you know, Boxing Out podcast. We dropped 2 episodes this week, also one earlier today. And also want to get a shout out to some affiliates that actually played the podcast. So I want to send a shout out to KBFX Fox 58 in Bakersfield, as well as KFRE Fox 59 in Fresno, California, picking up the Boxing Out podcast here. So shout out to the Fox affiliates out there in the West Coast.
Hey, that's huge, man. For our Jump Off fans, that dude named Dave and Jorge's Boxing Now show was on TV, right? Right, that dude?
Yeah, the Fox
on
affiliate.
TV.
Yeah, so this past weekend, they picked it up. So doing a little trial run. We'll see what happens in the future for future segments and things of that nature. There's some other stuff going on, some boxing news, but we'll talk about that when that comes about later on in the year, though.
Excellent. Awesome. Happy to hear that, man. Congratulations on that
Thank
one.
you.
Keep it going. Keep it going. Going in a different order tonight. Second up, we have Johnny Dangerous. What's going on, Johnny?
What up, everybody? Hey, man, I'm fired up.
Oh, okay, cool. You paused for a second there. I didn't know what was going on with the dial-up.
And a damn COVID vaccination, man.
Yeah, is that what
it's freezing sometimes? But I ain't.
Yeah, you are.
What I'm saying, but
you are actually freezing a little bit right now.
Am I? Well, I actually literally did it. Froze on. I tricked good, huh? I'm fired up, man. We're gonna have a great show. We're gonna have a lot of fun tonight.
Yes,
that's
most
why
definitely.
I'm up, man. Yeah, and I'm checking out this guy right there, right there, y'all.
Well, I'm looking the other way.
Just so you know, it is. Yeah, your connection is still breaking up a little bit there, John. I don't know if it's doing it for you, Dave. Still a little glitchy. So hopefully we can get that. We can get that taken care of. Yeah. But in the meantime, we have a guest jumper on tonight, and I don't even want to call him a guest. The guest sounds too formal. You know what I'm saying? Like, we have JR in the building. What's popping, JR?
Man, what's going on, Jump Off? I really appreciate you guys giving me this opportunity for jumping on, man. This is awesome. You guys are. I'm so hyped to have some fun tonight.
Yeah. Exactly. And I'll take that back. He's not a guest. He's our brother. He's one of our brothers. He's a super strong supporter of the show. He's done amazing things for us behind the scenes. JR single-handedly is the reason why we can name our YouTube channel /Jump Off Live. You had to hit 100 subscribers to get the honor to be able to do that. So he's the reason single-handedly why we even have Jump Off Live named that way on YouTube. So we appreciate you, brother. We appreciate the support. And yeah, we appreciate you having us on. We appreciate you joining us and being gracious enough to be a part of this tonight. Jump Off fans, JD has some other things he had to take care of, so he's taking a week off. You know what I'm saying? So we may have to we have to punish him for that. What's the fine for that, Johnny Dangerous, for Missing the show.
Well, I'm gonna tell you what really happened. First of all, am I coming in okay?
You perfect now, brother. You perfect
now.
Yes, sir.
Sometimes, folks, you got to step back to launch forward. Okay, you got to step back to launch forward, and that's just what I did. So now I'm coming in clear. Hey, but no, that's actually JD right there in the corner. What happened was
the D became an R.
Yeah. So what he did?
JD became light skinned.
Right. Wait a minute, Sammy Sosa. Did you call him Sosa?
And he lost 100 pounds.
He didn't know.
And he shrunk 4 inches.
It was going to happen. He didn't know it was going to happen. What he ended up doing was hitting the UV rays like Trump was talking about. He hit the UV rays and he tried Clorox inside the body and woke up the next day, and that's what happened. And I think he's gonna stay. He might stay that way. I don't know how we're gonna get you back, JD.
That is an incredible transformation to change complexions and to get waves. Because he was bald and
right.
He was crispy now.
He said he might stay like that just for the waves.
Wow.
You're like 4 inches shorter now too, JD.
Wow.
Man, just transformation, just shrunk it down
overnight.
That is
Trump was right. Man. He was right.
Hey, he probably watched right now. I messed with Johnny Dangerous.
Right, exactly.
I told you guys didn't believe. I told you to believe me. You didn't.
Big league.
Exactly.
Glad to have you on, JR.
Oh yeah, most definitely,
Thank
brother.
you.
It's gonna be a great show tonight. We're switching up the format a little bit. Gonna have a little bit more of a footloose and fancy free show. It's gonna be all fun stories the whole show. So lots of quick hidden stories. This reminds me of back the original JumpOff podcast. Oh, yeah. 10 plus years ago, we used to have certain episodes called quickies episodes. We just had quick hidden stories. We get in, get out, quickies. So this is kind of like one of those straight fun throughout the show. So feel free to always chime in the comments and let us know what you're thinking about. Let us know your thoughts on these stories as we go through them. So we're gonna do kind of a round robin approach here, and I will kick it off. So first and foremost, actually, Dave, you want to go ahead and play the fun intro? Do you have that queued up by any chance? It's only right.
Yeah, I might as well get it in going right now.
Yeah. Go ahead and do that. Yeah. All right, first story is actually out there in Cali. So chefs are battling over who came up with this horrifying fried chicken sandwich first. So fried chicken sandwich drama is back and somehow weirder than before. Chef Chris Blearden had been working on a takeout restaurant idea for a San Francisco spot that would serve fried chicken sandwiches complete with the chicken claw. So according to CNN, which described the sandwich as creepy, Blindhorn loves poetry to the point where he wanted Bird Box, the restaurant, to be making more of a statement than how people thoughtlessly consume meat. So the restaurant's called Bird Box. He said, our habit is we go to the store and buy a bag full of 24 chicken wings or 24 chicken drums. They could be in the frozen section or prepackaged in the deli, and we see people mindlessly toss them into their carts, not thinking that 24 wings actually comes from 12 chickens. You do the math on that one, fellas. Let that marinate for a second. By including the claw, Blindhorn wanted the sandwich to be waste-free and drive the philosophy of using the whole animal when cooking. Plus, the sandwich looked so bizarre, he thought it would be a plus that it could be easily identified as a Bird Box sandwich. So head on, feet on is the most accurate indication of quality a consumer can reference. The chickens we use are organic, free-range, and vegetarian fed. So he's serving up a chicken claw sandwich. It's fried chicken. It's a patty, and it got the claw hanging around, wrapped around it. You know what I'm saying? For extra flavor or whatever you want to call it. So fellas, would you? First and foremost, you all know I'm a vegetarian, so I'm not even in this conversation.
Mushroom eating cat.
I don't know. Right. I don't know if any plants have claws, but back in the day, when I was a meat eater, I still don't think I would try a chicken claw sandwich. I don't know. There's something about that claw will probably throw me off a little bit. So I want to get your thoughts on that. Chicken claw sandwich.
Claw sandwich.
Yes, sir.
See, y'all missing the whole point on why they're keeping the claw on the sandwich. First of all, that sounds kind of insidious. Chicken claw sandwich. Hey man, hey bro, hey, what you want, man? What you about to do? Because I don't know about you, but I'm about to run over here and give me one of them hot chicken claw sandwiches. You feel me? No, I ain't really feeling that. But I'm gonna tell you what that claw is for. It's very simple. Very simple, Jeff. You know, a lot of times when you eat meat, so you forgot this because you ain't ate meat in a while.
I'm out of shape. Yep.
So you say you ain't ate meat in a while.
Right, exactly. I could be on here perpetrating the whole time.
You could be. Right. Matter of fact, you might.
Don't believe it. He's a pork chop sandwich for Portillo's. Don't believe it.
Man, he got a roast beef sub sitting on his lap, right? Right now. Right now. Look at him. Mm-hmm. That's his meat rag right there, y'all. Meat rag. Hey. Wherever I go, my rag goes. Hey, no, the reason why that claw is still there is simply so, you know, when you eat meat, especially like steak, poultry, that sort of thing, sometimes that has a tendency to get trapped in between your teeth. And so
I see where you're going now,
you eating the sandwich, the meat in, and then when you get a little something stuck in your teeth, instead of having to go grab a toothpick, you can just twist that sandwich around, take that claw, and clean out that tooth. Come on now.
So that's the gift that keeps on giving.
Really think about it. Here's another point. Have your back ever itched?
Oh my goodness.
Oh. How about eating a chicken sandwich that's so hot where your head itching? You don't want to, you got sauce on your fingers.
Oh hell.
I messed up your ways, so you turn that sandwich around.
And you just scratch your head with the sandwich?
Scratch your head with the sandwich.
And take a bite and scratch.
You ain't see. There's nothing. I don't believe he's asking you to eat the chicken claw.
Right. It just comes with it.
So it's a utility tool. You know, it's a tool for
That's what I'm talking.
Like an extra. I don't know how you can explain it. It's like I need this sandwich and I need to make sure I get this itch that I can't scratch.
Hey. On that same note, while I'm thinking about it,
oh my goodness,
sometimes
man.
you'll have something good. You be eating something good, right?
Right.
If you got kids, family, or friends, or whatever, hey man, let me get a piece, and they go to reach for it. You ain't even got to stop eating. You can just scratch. Get your.
So you're saying so far we've said you can use it as a toothpick, get some out your teeth. Mm-hmm. You can use it to scratch that itch, and you can use it as a weapon. That is incredible, man.
Absolutely, and you can open your beer bottles.
And, okay, this is a utilitarian sandwich.
A utilitarian?
Yeah. This is a Swiss Army knife of sandwiches.
Exactly.
I think Bird Box should go ahead and move forward with that one.
Yeah, they got my vote.
Do you guys remember in school when kids would try to take your food and they'll call dibs? This would end dibs right away. They'd be like, dibs. You'd be like, you don't want that. You try to get that, get stabbed right now.
Right, John?
Oh, right.
Yeah, there's cobs and dibs. Both.
Right.
Cobs and dibs.
Get sent to the principal's office. hey, so why did you scratch up Rachel? I didn't scratch Rachel. The chicken scratched her.
What, John? You're like, John, come on, what chicken are you talking about here? We're in the south suburbs. There ain't no chickens around here.
The chicken claw sandwich y'all serving on Chicken Claw Wednesdays.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You might serve it in a lettuce wrap.
Oh. That still wouldn't get me, man. You trying to
at least get the flavor. I'm sure.
You want the chicken flavor in the lettuce.
Hey, I'm sure there's a tofu chicken claw out there.
It might be. Yeah, that claw probably.
You got a moment to try it.
Right. Exactly. And it just collapses.
Ain't got nothing on
it just collapses.
Yeah. Question for my chicken eaters. What is gonna be that moment when you get that nail in your mouth? Didn't think about that, did you? You did wrong bite, not paying attention, and you're like, oh. And then you see that nail.
Yeah.
What do y'all do?
That's a lawsuit waiting to happen, ain't it?
Yeah, that's disgusting, man.
You know that nails.
That would end me eating chicken altogether.
Yeah, that'll be the game changer right there.
Somebody gonna crack a tooth from biting that damn claw.
Lawsuit waiting to happen. But we'll see. Shout out to Bird Box in San Francisco. They're not sponsoring us, but hey, it is what it is. So.
I ain't shouting them out.
Yeah,
I never ate there before.
What you got for us, Johnny Dangerous?
Man, I got a little good. I think it's a good one. It's definitely fun news, man. Let's take this to Bentonville, Arkansas. A Rogers man pleaded guilty to aggravated assault and illegal possession of a firearm after he admitted to taking turns with a neighbor testing a bulletproof vest last year. According to Benton County prosecuting attorney Nathan Smith said that these guys were testing a bulletproof vest. They were taking turns. This is in Arkansas now. Now, I'll admit a lot of my people from Arkansas, but they migrated. And now I realize why they migrated away from Arkansas, because stuff like this was going on. So these two cats, I'm pretty sure they had a cooler full of beer, sitting back, having a good old time, talking about the siege against the Capitol and all of that.
Good old days.
Last month. Right? Last month, right? Tossing them back, man. And somebody got a bright idea. Light bulb came on, right? Hey, man. Hey, Jasper, go ahead and grab that vest over there. Put it on your body. Put that thing on. Yeah. They both already had their pistols on. And they started taking turns shooting each other in the vest. Like what? I don't get it. Like, what's the prize with that? How can anything good come out of that? You know what I'm saying? Like,
is absolutely just dumb.
Have you used the famous quote? Practice. We talking about practice, not a game. Not a real game. We talking about practice with the best.
You know what I envision, Dangerous, is them brothers having a showdown. They stood back to back, and they started walking forward at 10 paces. You're gonna turn and shoot.
I bet you one of them lost count too.
Yep. One in the shoulder.
Jasper, Jasper, man, you done shot me in the damn back. You the one lost count. Yeah, man. I thought that was crazy as hell, man. Like, I don't care how high or how drunk anybody gets, like, that to me is like, dude, that's like way over the top. Because if you sober enough to operate a gun, you should be sober enough to know that, if you put on a vest and shoot another cat, it's probably not the best idea. I don't know. It just to me, that just seems way out there. Like, you got to be, your teacher had to be special ed. You know what I'm saying?
hey, man. Hey.
I was gonna do something that would have got us canceled. Let me stop.
Oh man. Hey.
Oh,
can we still say that, man? I don't know. If we can...
Special needs.
Yeah, I don't know what the
right terminology.
Yeah, the correct terminology is nowadays. So
hey, John, I missed it. Did they live?
Yeah,
they both live.
Okay,
uninjured.
Somebody. So that means they got to run it back. They got to run it back.
They're gonna do this again. They had that wacky tobacco in their cores, and they were good, huh?
I'm gonna tell you what happened. Florida Evans was in the kitchen, cleaning the kitchen, making a chicken claw sandwich. Happened to look out the window and saw Jasper and Billy Joe Bob out there talking, and she called them boys on them because somebody reported them. Somebody called. They were like, man, these guys gonna kill each other. And they called the cops. Cops came out and arrested them. Now they're being prosecuted for it. So, and they initially lied, to the in court,
Yeah,
saying that that's not what they were really doing. Yeah.
Need a higher caliber gun. That's it. Just take them both. Take themselves out.
Yeah.
Doing dumb stuff like that.
They're gonna try it with shotguns next time.
Some sawed-off joints.
That's like people putting on a parachute and jumping off a 2-story house.
Yeah, right.
Safety first.
That's a South Park episode, actually.
Yeah, that is hilarious, man.
Yeah.
All right, good stuff, man. Fun.
Yeah.
On to that dude. What you got for us?
Okay, this one's in honor of Black History Month here.
Okay.
You know, has some changes here that's been a part of our lexicon in our life, our entire life, our parents' life, our grandparents' life, and our great-grandparents' life.
Okay.
Aunt Jemima is now being renamed Pearl Milling Company. So we are no longer going to see Aunt Jemima on the labels here. So basically, in a historic day, I had no idea that Pepsi owned, you know, they own all this stuff here, but the parent company, they announced on Tuesday that they're starting a new day with Pearl Milling Company, rooted in the brand's historic beginnings and in its mission to create moments that matter at the breakfast table. So Aunt Jemima will be no more. It's a reckoning several companies had in the wake of George Floyd's death and a national outcry for racial equality. The previous logo had been a staple for more than 130 years. So, fellas, how do you feel about Mammy being taken off the label?
Well, I wonder.
Technically, that's what she.
Yeah.
Is it possible for me to mine back and get refunded for it, or can I switch out a bottle?
Oh, you want to get the new bottle?
Oh, you want a refund?
Because I already bought the Aunt Jemima.
Gotcha.
I want a refund to get, or can I exchange it?
Or you want to run them all back, like all the bottles you bought over the years, like just one bottle, or like every one since birth?
No, I just want that one.
Because we can figure out how much we all paid for it, and like, yo, I don't want this label was making me feel a certain type of way when I ate my pancakes. So I appreciate it if you refunded me, so I don't have to worry about this racial injustice anymore.
Right. Interesting. So
that's me.
I'm gonna cut you off. Were you about to say something else, JR?
No.
Oh, okay. So this is interesting because I know in the wake of what happened with George Floyd and everything that happened in 2020, people started to finally, it seems like, take a closer look at a lot of the things that were ingrained in the fabric of America. So it is good that they're doing this, but at the same time, I do have a bitter taste in my mouth because it's like it took this long. It took, seeing George Floyd. We've seen other murders on camera before. You know what I'm saying, in recent memory. And we've known even stuff that's not been on camera of people, being murdered in this country. And it's just crazy to me that it took all this time to make this level of progress. So I'm happy about it, but I'm kind of like, hey man, come on now. Like you should have been known and that this wasn't right and XYZ. So yeah, I reluctantly say I'm happy to hear it, but it's like, come on, man. Come on, fam.
And let's add too, Dave Chappelle did a Saturday Night Live sketch, and they was making fun of this too about being canceled before they canceled it. So this was going on like about within the last few months, and then it took up to this point here. But it, like I said, it feels weird. At the same time, it's like I said, it's supposed to happen. I was like, damn, I might miss Mammy.
Right.
I might miss his racism.
No, I don't care about that.
Nah, just joking. Let me pull that back.
And my question is, it's fine. Because there's certain things that we, whether right or wrong, we grew up with them and they near and dear to our heart. So I'm not gonna say that's bogus if you miss Mammy or whatever.
No, everything that has a beginning has an end.
Yeah. This is Ella Fitzgerald voice. My question is this. And then I know Johnny Dave, you want to say something too. So if George Floyd didn't happen last year, where would we be at right now? Same, like, you know what I'm saying? Like if that brother was still living and breathing and taking care of his family and doing what he was supposed to do and walking around, making an impact in his circle, where would we be right now? You know what I'm saying? Like, would it just kind of still be kind of the same? Like,
I don't think so.
Man,
I don't think so.
Or it would have been
yeah, and that right. The cycle is repetitive. You know what I'm saying? To something unfortunately, look at every aspect. Some drastic.
Johnny Dangerous, you're glitching again, brother.
Oh,
yeah, you glitching again, brother. You may want to do what you did before.
Let me add here why he's glitching here. Some people may not know this here, that the real life person was named Nancy Green, who's actually born into slavery. So just want to get that out here that her real name is Nancy Green.
And I know that, obviously she never got any piece of that pie. that she was based off of, you know, no intellectual property or anything like
that. No reparations here.
Yeah, exactly. Johnny Dangerous, I think you're good now. What were you saying? Maybe not.
Maybe not.
Maybe not.
Yeah, maybe not. Hey, JR, what you got to add on this here, man?
Well, gentlemen, I had some fun stuff. Had some fun stuff to talk about.
Okay.
But I wanted to kind of stay on the same vibe. But seems like I'm experiencing the same glitch that Johnny Dangerous is experiencing. But
okay, we can skip and go back around if you need us to.
I'm good. I think I got it up right here. So
okay.
Just recently there was a disturbing video captured the dramatic clash between a man and his neighbors shoveling snow in Pennsylvania that escalated to a murder-suicide. Surveillance video shows the married couple yelling obscenities at the man before he grabs a gun and shoots them both in the middle of the street Monday morning in Plains Township, Pennsylvania. Police said that Jeffrey Spade, who was 47, shot dead his neighbor, James Goy, and his wife, Lisa, after arguing about shoveling snow onto each other's property. And the article goes on. There's a bunch of quotes, you know, that we can't say on here. It's a lot of vulgar activity going on. But footage shows Spade walking down the driveway towards them, to which the female neighbor responds, "Go ahead, go ahead." When it becomes clear that the man is holding a gun, James, her husband, yells, "Put the gun down." The man fires several rounds, striking the male neighbor before shooting his wife. Footage shows James running back towards his house, who happens to be the husband, while his wife falls to the ground in the middle of the street, where Spade fires at her twice, 2 more additional times. While others run over to help the couple, Spade runs out with another larger rifle. And he says, "You should have kept your mouth shut." Spade can be heard before shooting the woman again with this large rifle. Police said Spade then went back into his home and used a third rifle to kill himself. The deadly confrontation came as a winter storm tore through the East Coast, dumping more than 30 inches of snow in some of the regions. When I received this video, gentlemen, it took me back. I'm like, what is going on in today's society? I mean, what happens to loving thy neighbor? What happens to simply respecting one another's space? For it to come to something like this, where a couple was saying obscenities to just tick this gentleman off to go in the house and pull a gun and shoot them, and not only shoot him with one gun, went back in the house, got a larger gun to finish them off. I don't know what you guys think about that.
Wow, man.
Great.
Yeah, it's really sad. Because it seems like people just have a shorter fuse nowadays. And I don't know if this is, I mean, I know a lot of it has to do with the, you know, pandemic obviously caused that, a lot of the cabin fever and all that stuff. But yeah, people just, like, I think with the society that we live in, everything is instant gratification, everything is now. Like, people have no patience. Yeah. The fuse is, everybody has a short fuse. And I think that, yeah, I can't make any logic of it. It's just sad, man. It's just really sad, and it's devastating. And I think people don't realize that if you just pause, just take a step back sometimes, you can prevent a lot of negative ramifications and things from happening. Just breathe for a second before you make those haste decisions, like in the moment, because a split second changes your life, their lives, like everything. So it's just like, you look at stories like this and you're like, is it worth it? Was it worth it? I don't know what they were going through. He could have had mental health issues, whatever the case may be, but it's just sad that circumstances like this happen that cause these type of results.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I actually had a chance to see that video. JR was so gracious to share that video with me so that I could see it. You know, just having a little bit of experience with firearms and coming from a military police background, looking at it from different angles, and dissecting that video, there's a lot that was going on that, you know, obviously you see the obvious, you know, them arguing, you know, with this guy, calling him all kind of names and whatnot. I can tell this guy probably not only had been picked on by them, but probably have been picked on for many of years. And it sounds like he was being picked on because of his sexuality. I didn't get to hear everything that JR was saying. I'm back, by the way, just in case you didn't notice. Yeah, I only had paid half my Wi-Fi bill. So what I had to do real quick was call an Uber. I called an Uber. Uber came. I gave Uber cash. Uber drove and paid the rest of the other half of my bill. And that's why I'm able, like, my reception great now.
I was going to say Uber delivered your Wi-Fi to your house. He can deliver a box of Wi-Fi. Here
you go. Let me give you a $2 tip, brother. I appreciate you. I'm able to jump off live because of you. $2. Yeah, man. So, but so I think this gentleman had obviously had mental issues. Anybody that does something like that, like it almost just looking at the video, it looked like they do it one more again, man. That's it. I'm because he ran into the house the first to get his gun. It was like his mind was completely made up. The seconds that it took him to go into the house to grab his gun, he probably had to load it or whatever. Like, in between that time, anybody that's going through some type of irrational thought process, time should give you a little bit of time to kind of negotiate what you're doing, your actions, you know, by him running in the house. But he came back. He came out the house. His mind was made up. He did what he did. And then to him, that wasn't enough. Like, I laid them down, but they're not dead. Ran back in the house and got a bigger gun and came back out and and ended it for them. And then ended himself. He already had that made, and he might have been thinking about that for quite some time. So for me, it says this, that for one, we need to check on our people. Yeah. Because you never know who's going through it. Two, we need to stop discriminating against people for their sex, the orientation, the sexual desires, unless you're messing with kids. Okay. Exactly. There's their ethnicity, their religious, look, these are tough times. We just made it out of 2020. Right. We just made it out of 2020. That was tough. I don't care how rich you were or how poor you were. 2020 was rough on everybody. It impacted everybody. You should have came out of 2020 with a different mentality. Like, man, really, even if we don't come together as a people, we need to leave people alone and let them do them and be them, because the world is out there. There's so many different elements against us in the world. We need to be able to have some place that we can call peace, a place of home. And that includes in your mental space as well. And so check on your people, folks. Check on your people, because obviously he's been dealing with that for some time. And his pot was, he was an erupting volcano, man. And then to do that and then off himself, he really he lost complete hope, And so it's extremely sad. It really is.
Yeah. I mean, if you haven't, I highly recommend everyone to get the opportunity to know who lives to your right, your left, in the front of you, and if you can, those that live behind you. You never know in a time of need, in a time of disaster, where you're going to need somebody, close to you to help out. And if you don't take that time, things like this happen.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Never underestimate anybody.
Yeah.
Never underestimate anybody.
Hey, can I give a big shout out? I saw one of my brothers online, Chevy boy. I see you, boy. Thank you.
He got that box Chevy?
Yeah. That's all he stayed with, Chevys. That's all he wrote.
Man.
Nice.
Ain't mad at him,
appreciate the support, everybody in the chat. Most definitely.
Yeah.
Most definitely.
If this is your first time jumping off live with us, man, like and subscribe. Like and subscribe on YouTube and click that bell That bell will give you a notification to let you know every time we jump off live. We do our shows live every single Wednesday, folks, and we would love to have you. And of course, like my man with the chef, you can make a lot of comments, and we'll our viewers and listeners, man. That's the great thing.
Yeah,
John, you're still breaking up a little bit there, brother.
All together and talk about it.
Yeah, you're still breaking up.
Go ahead, Jeff.
It's all good. Okay. We're gonna run a commercial, and then we'll be back with some more fun stories. You ready for the commercial, that dude?
Always.
For sure.
Hello, everyone. It's your boo, Benji, and I'm here to talk to you about my booming business, Body Aphrodisiacs. What most people, like yourself, don't know is that the body has the ability to stimulate the body. And that's where I come in. I teach uneducated people like you about exploring the mysteriousness of the body without going through that big Victoria and all her damn secrets, okay? What you didn't know is what I'm about to tell you. The body stimulates the body. I'ma say it again. Your own body stimulates your own body. I said that. You don't need a food or a drug or liquor to stimulate the body erotically or biologically. Benji teaches people how to tap into their own body, which will give you the strength to tap into others. I'm what Caesar Milan is to dogs, but for the body, I'm the body whisperer. I can aphrodisiac men's, women's, mimes, or anything that rhymes. Bars. Once I made the decision to put the word aphrodisiac into my hands and then speak it out of my mouth, it transformed into a vivacious bird, thus beginning the birth of my booming business, Body Aphrodisiacs by Benji, also known as BAB. I don't want to spill all the beans during this promo. So in order to learn these powerful body secrets, you must be at least 21, and you're going to have to rock with me on any and all social media platforms at Bad Body Benji Big. My credentials are all in check, and I'm self-certified on so many levels. There are no higher accolades than the ones you can give yourself. So don't let anyone disqualify you, especially about exercising the power you have over your own body. And like my boo Master Do You says, I can teach you, but I have to charge. Period. You're welcome. Jump off.
Oh man.
Shout out to Biggie.
Benji.
Yeah, man. I don't know what to say about that commercial.
Why you be hating on it?
It is what
still,
it is,
man.
man. It is what it is.
We getting them checks, man. So stop hating on it.
It is what it is. I told you, all money ain't good money, man.
He gonna not allow us to run these ads anymore if he gonna disrespect his money like this.
Benji is a he?
That's what I got out of that.
What's Benji's pronouns?
I'm not gonna get into that.
Oh, okay. I didn't want to.
I'm not gonna get that wrong.
Right.
Stop hating on it,
Chevy
Jeff.
Boy said that commercial. That's one of our sponsors, Chevy Boy. If you're new to the show, that's that's how we get down. We got sponsors. You know what I'm saying? They pay the team money. I'm never on board with these sponsors, but they pay the team money to.
If you're not on board, why don't you give me your cut?
My cut?
Yeah, I will gladly take your cut and reinvest it back into the stock market where everybody's going crazy right now.
Reinvest it in GameStop.
Yeah,
I'll take a little bit off the top.
Little AMC.
I'll take a little bit off the top.
Hey, we can give the JR too, because you tripping and JR ain't tripping right now, right? Only thing I turn down is my collar.
Wow. I'm gonna leave that. Right where it is.
So Benji is actually would be considered vicarious.
Okay.
Vicarious.
Okay. I respect that. I'm not. I mean, the orientation is fine. I just think that the overall commercial is just, as they say, low rent.
I was going to say disturbing.
Disturbing.
JR feeling me. You know what I'm saying?
Everybody's editing skills got to start somewhere. Right.
Look at her. I didn't like her outfit.
Is an entrepreneur.
Yeah,
Thank you,
entrepreneur.
Applewhite 6.
Most
I
definitely.
appreciate that.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
Benji is definitely an entrepreneur. I will give Benji that.
Stop hating, Jeff.
I'm not hating.
All this black on black hate. It's Black History Month.
Yeah, man.
Now, speaking of black on black hate, I got a story. My next fun story.
What a segue.
All right, so are you guys familiar with Austin Chang? CHE or Chang? I think it's Change. CHENGE. He's a brother though. He's a black man running for governor of Michigan.
I heard the story. Go ahead. Yeah.
I think it's Change. I think I may be mispronouncing his last name. Nonetheless, from a seemingly homemade podium on his virtual stage, 35-year-old Austin Change is amassing thousands of social media followers as the first Republican candidate to enter the 2020 race for Michigan governor. One of his declarations that he wants to make, first and foremost, is canceling Black History Month. He says the way to move forward to stop the division and the polarization that's going on in our community is to forge a single American identity that we can all identify with first. No one is saying you should get rid of your background, and no one is saying that that in the middle of that there's not going to be any Black history being taught. He said, how about the rest of the people that make up this great, beautiful state of Michigan also have their history being taught in an American History Month, which can encompass all of this. That's my point of view, and I stand by it in the statement he added. Change also said he would be, but he would be Michigan's first Black governor. But the Nigerian immigrant who served this country considers himself an American first and foremost, and he has that same nationalist vision for others. We're all Americans, he says. That's the first thing that unites us. Nothing else unites us more than the American identity, and that's what we need to hold on to. And he said. Holding on to our various groups is tribalism, and that's going to tear the country apart. This country is made up of so many different people. If everyone held on to their own little background, then we have no American identity. He says, I don't stand for that. I stand for a single American identity. And that is definitely, in my opinion, effed up news. Yep. He has a perspective, you know what I'm saying? Everybody is obviously entitled to his or her own opinion. I look at the American identity as, and this is not a term that I've coined, but a term that the masses have coined, a melting pot of several different identities. So there is not a singular, in my opinion, American identity. It's based upon many different tribes and folks of different backgrounds. He wants to actually combine this thing and have one mass. Sound like all lives matter to me, first and foremost. But he wants to combine all this and put it under the guise or the umbrella of the American identity and do away with catering to specific groups of folks, which I think is way off base. But I want to get you guys' thoughts on here.
Can we say coon?
Yep.
Can we say all kinfolk ain't skin folk? Can we say, can he shut the hell up? This the same guys running for governor. The current governor had the Capitol. They was storming her place, before they stormed the Capitol. They was trying to kidnap her and murder her. Yeah. And he's just going the same route as Trump's base. So I really want to say, I did that on mute on purpose because I cursed like I'm on, you know what? So, oh my God, this is bad. Man. I mean, you know what though? He is trying to attract people, the racists, the MAGAs, all that for that support. And all they're going to do is use him and spit him out like they do all the people who pander. Case in point, Stacey Dash. She pandered on Fox News and look at her unemployed. Look at what's them two black girls with Donald Trump, Silk and whatever, the coons of coon females. They got fired by Fox. All you're doing is pandering for a check, and then you're not going to get a check. Oh my God, I'm done with this crap. You know what? He's not going to win. He's just trying to attract the base for some other legislative stuff. He's not going to win governor. He's just another coon. We need to get his ass back to Nigeria.
Yep.
And he served in the
Well
military.
said.
And he served in the military.
I don't care if he served his country. Anybody who says they served his country ain't served their country of that kind of thinking.
Right.
He served in the U.S. military?
I believe so. I
think it was the Nigerian warlords.
Is he a Nigerian scam?
Is he the one that sends the email?
He is the one, the originator of the Nigerian scam.
That's
why I
what it
begin
is,
all my
Dave.
emails to my Hotmail account.
He's the one that got the $1 million that he want to transfer.
Yeah,
over to
I just need your bank account.
It says he since 2018 he has served as a specialist in the U.S. Army, where he has been decorated with an Army Achievement Medal as Distinguished Honor Graduate. So yeah,
That's
U.S.
it?
military.
Who gave him those medals? I want to know. What did he do for those medals?
With a CGPA of 99.8% and for exceptional performance while on active duty. That's on his website, so I don't know if that's true or not.
JR, I want to hear what you got to say. As
Right, for real.
Look,
military man.
You know what? Look, I got some other entertaining stuff. This dude is making my teeth hurt.
Hey,
Man.
My response to that is, what is this? What are you saying? Where are you from? Hey man, what it is, he was never accepted into Wakanda, so he got a chip on his shoulder.
Just to get back.
Yeah, man.
Get back.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? He gonna come over here to America and try to mess up our culture.
Yeah.
Does he
You know
really
what
even
I'm
win
saying?
Michigan with this kind of logic?
Yeah.
Man. Yeah. Wakanda forever, damn it.
Yeah. Hilarious.
Yeah, it's sad, man. I mean, it's not a lot to say about it. We know he's not going to win, but I just thought that was definitely effed up news.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
definitely.
He ain't invited
Black
to the
man
cookout.
trying to cancel Black History Month. So
He ain't invited. He didn't even explain all the nationalities for the other months too. Like
right. Yeah.
Like we're gonna do Chinese, and then we're gonna do Asian, whatever, and then we're gonna do Filipino. What man? Come on, go somewhere.
What is this? What are you saying? What are you saying, man?
I just need your bank account number so I can transfer these funds.
Wait, he's the captain now? God dang.
Look at me.
Oh my goodness!
I'm the
All right,
That's hilarious.
we'll try to get to. I'm done with my stories. We'll try to get to one more story each. Johnny Dangerous, you want to cover something? I think you good.
Nah, man.
Your connection. You don't want to.
No,
double dash, jump in, jump out. Okay,
I ain't gonna do it.
we
Obviously, that Uber driver didn't take that money there yet. He probably pocketed it. Yeah, he got it.
He got you.
I think he gave you a 2-star rating, and that's what happened.
It was that damn $2 tip, but I gave him a $2 bill.
Oh,
I gave him a $2 bill, man.
You funnier than a $2 bill, man.
didn't work.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah, so go ahead. I yield.
Okay, we'll finish it off with that dude and JR. That dude, what you got for us?
I got a situation that happened about 2 miles away from me here. The Robin Hood trading app before the AMC stuff here. So the Robin Hood trading app is being sued over the suicide of a college student from Naperville. Alexander Kearns was a graduate of Neuqua Valley High School and opened a Robinhood account while still in high school. Last June, the 20-year-old made an options trade that he believed lost more than $730,000, money that he did not have. So what happened was he took a screenshot and wrote a suicide note. His body was found the next day. He had thrown himself in front of a train. So his family says that Robinhood should never have given almost millions of dollars worth of leverage to someone with no income. So, of course, they're suing. And fellas, how do you feel about, this whole situation? He killed himself because he thought he didn't have a $750,000. And what actually happened was the app it was a glitch in the app.
Yeah, it was
and
an error in
so
the app.
and then literally the app had corrected itself within 24 hours. So if he had logged back into the app, he would have saw that didn't happen, but he didn't. Wrote the suicide note. And unfortunately, I can comment on this. He probably went to the train station on Route 59 before the pandemic, where I take the train every day to go downtown Chicago. And I call that Suicide Central because that's the most suicides that you're going to find on that train line. So he probably did it during the summer. Many times I've seen suicide. So how do you guys feel about Robinhood with the options if you're understanding financial and this whole situation here would be the family suing?
Yeah, it's just one of those things, like I was saying back to the other story, man. I mean, you never know what somebody's going through. I'm assuming there was some preconditions there that led to him being able to make such a hasty decision like that, whether it be mental health or any other type of stress related things. But again, it's just really unfortunate. I was actually talking to my daughter about this story and about a few other things, just about, life conversations we have. And I was reminding her that when things seem their darkest, we have to press on and keep going, because you never know. Right around that corner could be something incredible. If you would have just held on for another couple minutes, another couple days, another couple months, another couple years, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, we don't always know the timeline, but just when you at your lowest, man, just try your best to reach out to folks. If you need that support system, need that help, reach within, pray to God, whatever resources you have, because you just never know. You know what I'm saying? Like, if he would have waited less than 24 hours, saw that was a glitch, you know what I mean? Like, it's just like he was right there, and he ended it.
Yeah.
So it's unfortunate, man.
I really don't think that the app should be sued behind anything of that nature.
Yep. They apps glitch all the time, man. Technology glitches all the time.
I mean, Dangerous kept glitching. I wanted to hear his story, but I only got bits and pieces of it. But because I know his heart, I know what he was talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Bits and pieces. But it's, this what else I was gonna say, the social media, just the whole entertainment, everything that's out there has so much of an influence over people. And it's amazing how powerful these applications are. Mm-hmm. And for somebody, and I get it, it's money, right? So I lose all this money, my life is over. This kid was in high school. He was in high school, and for him to simply believe that something like, believe that something like that was that serious for him to take his life is just ridiculous.
Yeah. And I do think his family's going to have an uphill battle trying to win that lawsuit.
Yeah, it's going to be hard to
sue
on
to your
that.
point. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you got to understand what you're getting yourself into, because if a judge sided with the family, no one would know right now, that opened the floodgates to anybody to sue any situation that you say, hey, I use this app and then mentally it put me to a dark state, and then you can financially reap that. Unfortunately, and then on top of that too, knowing that it's technology application, it corrected himself, but the kid did not check it. So I understand why the family sues. That's just what happens when you traumatic situation.
Yeah, they're in mourning.
They're in mourning. Mm-hmm. But I mean, I hate to say it, like, if I was 700 in the hole, I'm like, I'm just gonna stay broke. I guess I'm still broke.
And prayers go out to the family. But
and I understand some people take it differently. I mean, but we have to look at it's just money. It's just money. You get through it. It's called bankruptcy. If worst case scenario, I know I'm speaking logical. I'm not trying to be facetious, but like you mentioned, Jeff, there's a light. And so when you're dealing with something financial, if it's going to be that bad, logically, if you're going to get into the space, you got to think, hey, worst case scenario, I might have to file bankruptcy. Hey, 7 years and my credit's jacked, but I'm still doing what I'm doing here.
Yeah.
And I'm alive.
Yeah, and I'm alive. So there's so many things we do if we're going to get into this field, understand what we're going to do, understand how it works. And if you don't, and you're a rookie and you're going to make mistakes, you can't go to the deep end, and if you having problems, there are avenues out there for you to get that help so that you don't get pushed over the edge for something they're trying to get, trying to get this quick rich scheme that happens to people.
Yeah, I agree. All right, JR, go on. You're going to finish us off with the last story of the evening, sir?
Absolutely. Well, I'm sure you all heard about this Louisiana woman. She's gone viral on social media after posting about a big mistake she made with her hair. The woman in the now viral Instagram video, Tessica is her name. She's from Louisiana, y'all. Said that her hair has been in the same braided ponytail style for about a month. The reason is that she used an adhesive spray called Gorilla Glue for her hair instead of the actual hairspray. In an attempt to remove the glue from her hair, Tessica said that she washed her hair 15 times.
With the claps.
She also saturated her hair in coconut oil to try to loosen it up, but said nothing worked. Saturday, Tessica posted her Instagram page that she was going to seek help from a hospital in St. Bernard Parish emergency room after posting comments and that her head was beginning to hurt. So she started a GoFundMe page. She raised about $2,000. And, you know, we kind of wonder if she's going to try to take that route in suing Gorilla Glue. So Gorilla Glue sent an apology. They said, "We are very sorry to hear about the unfortunate incident with Miss Brown experiencing using our adhesive spray on her hair. We are glad to see in her recent video that Miss Brown has received medical treatment from her local facility, and we wish her the best." Now, ladies, Valentine's Day is on the horizon. There is no reason to do such things to your hair. I mean, it doesn't have to, it's not that serious. If your man is not impressed with who you are as a person, as a human being, you might want to reconsider. You know, I ain't trying to hate on nobody out there, fellas, but these women are out there, and men too, but I know there's women out there that's doing a lot. We were talking months ago about, you know, the Kardashians and how they're morphing into other human beings and stuff like that.
Right.
And it's the social media that is portraying the woman to be this Barbie doll and this, you know, to fit a certain image. And these women are not feeling good about themselves. They feel like they have to be and look a certain way in order to get those likes, right? To get those love buttons and things of that nature. But it shouldn't have gotten this far. I don't know if you've all ever used Gorilla Glue, but I will tell you right now, Gorilla Glue.
I use the glue and the tape, and it's great.
It's amazing.
It works. Yeah.
It peels the stucco off the wall outside.
Yeah.
You know, it can fuse two stones together if you spray it right. But she wanted to spray it in her hair. Fellas, what's your take on that one?
30 days. She waited too damn long. That's all I gotta say. 30 days. If my hair, if you saw how the pictures look, 30 days. Okay, if I'm rocking the same lock, the same length for 30 days, y'all need to take me in. She waited too long. It's jacked up. But yo, as soon as you saw that, by day 10, you should have been like, yo, I'm going to the hospital.
Yeah.
That's 20 days too long.
No black person should put anything on or in their body that's titled gorilla.
Yeah.
That's all I got to say.
Off the rip. That she should have known that from a logical standpoint.
Simple as that.
I know we have to get ready to go here, and you brought up a good angle with this, JR, about vanity and women feel like they have to do X, Y, and Z in order to keep up. And I think this is just a perfect storm of lack of logic and common sense, and worried and an extreme case of vanity and trying to look a certain way, in order to please whomever. And that was just a super bad combination. But yeah, I think if Gorilla Glue is smart, though, they'll try to capitalize on this negative press they're getting and create hair products. That's what I would do if I was them.
Rebrand it for cars.
Yeah.
Look, they better not ever name anything Gorilla anything and sell it in the black community. I tell you that
they
right
had to rename it something else. Yeah. Exactly.
Penguin glue or something.
Penguin glue. We'll go ahead and get on up out of here, fellas, and folks in the chat. We really appreciate everybody for rocking with us tonight. Thank you for tuning in to another episode. Be sure to follow
hit
us.
That like button.
Yes, sir. Like and subscribe. Hit that bell too. Be sure to follow us on social media by searching for Jump Off Live, and we will see you next week. Peace and love.
Okay.